The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, UNU Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday night right here on Armed Radio. That means you are listening to Two Beards Talking. I am Daniel Sanders.
And I am Gunnery Sergeant Tom Highway, a.k.a. Matt Lassiter.
And for official record, not actually a gunnery sergeant.
No. Or a Lance Corporal or PFC or anything under the...
Or a Marine, soldier, sailor, airman, or coastie.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll swim pretty good. Can I be a coastie?
I don't know. Can you jump off of a high-speed boat onto a submarine and bang on the hatch?
I would love to fucking try. I saw that video and I was like, God damn, I want to be in the Coast Guard. That would be fun as fuck.
You know, no offense to any coasties out there who may be listening, but that's pretty much like the only thing y'all have going for you right now. That's going to be like your recruiting video for the next 20 years.
Dude, made me want to join. I swear to God, dude, I was like, wait. Imagine the balls on the guy that's like, you know what, fuck it. I know it's a submarine. I know what it does, but I'm jumping on it and beating on the hatch anyways. Okay. That's the Kyle of the unit. Chad drove the boat. Kyle jumped off and knocked on the hatch.
Do you think he drank a Monster before he did it?
Oh, definitely.
That's probably why he did it.
Fuck yeah, he was all hopped up on fucking Monster and Mountain Dew.
Dude, hold my Monster and watch this shit.
Like, seriously, I saw that video. I was like, okay, I kind of want to be in the Coast Guard.
like I said, that is the recruiting video for the Coast Guard for the next 20 years.
Like, I'm saying, like, I've seen Marines and Army and Navy SEALs do a lot of shit. Never seen them do that.
I mean, you know, the Navy SEALs, they've got the claim for Bin Laden, the Captain Phillips incident where they sniped all three of the fucking guys in the lifeboat at one time.
Yeah, they were just like, and respiratory pause, wait for the wave, and dead.
Which, by the way, it was the second iteration of the Medal of Honor game after the modern consoles came out.
Yeah.
That was one of the missions in that.
Yeah, it was.
You were one of the Navy SEALs on the flight deck of the aircraft carrier sniping the friggin', and like I remember playing that mission and going, "Hey, that was pretty fucking cool. That was like the way they did that was awesome." Having no idea about the Captain Phillips incident.
Yeah.
The Maersk, Alabama. I had no idea what I mean, I'd heard about it, but I didn't know what the fuck actually happened.
Well, you played it.
Well, then Captain Phillips came out, and I saw the movie, and then I saw them do that in the movie, and I was like, hey, that was that thing from that video game. Oh, that's what they actually did. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, cool. I feel like I'm a part of it.
Yeah, so I can almost say, this is how stolen valor works. I was there.
Yeah, I took the shot.
I was one of the shooters.
Yeah, I helped. I was the spotter. Dude, I've never understood the job of a spotter. Yep, he's still fucking there. No shit, I can see him too.
Okay, I know you've seen the sniper movies. You know the role of a fucking spotter.
Yeah, I do, but I'm just saying, how do you get that job? Like, I'm not as good at a shot as you, so I get to just watch you do the job.
Actually, no, in most cases, the spotter can shoot better than the actual sniper. Well, I won't say in most cases, but I have heard in some cases the spotter can shoot better. But that's why he's the spotter. He's calling out the range, the distance, the windage, everything else.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's a job that could almost be done by one person.
Well, I mean, there's more to it than that, because also, as you know,
well, like,
snipers, they go out in two-man teams, sometimes alone, but mostly in two-man teams.
Well, I'm saying, like, in Vietnam, I could understand the shooter-spotter dynamic, but as technology progresses, I feel like it would be just as easy for one person to go, just pull this up, a fucking cell phone app, all right, dial that in. Oh, fuck, went too far. Oh, shit, there he is. Done.
Well, again, there's more to it than that because the spotter also acts as fire support.
Yeah.
It's really hard to return fire when you've got a hail of bullets coming at your ass from, 10 or 20 different AK-47s, and all you've got is a fucking bolt-action rifle.
I mean, you chose that job.
Which is why, typically, the spotter is there with, some form of, semi-automatic or fully automatic rifle.
I want to know what the selling point is for fucking sniper school. Like, okay, so we're gonna bring you into sniper school. Cool. What do I get? You get this bolt action rifle. I don't want a fucking bolt action rifle. Have you? Okay. Case in point, Call of Duty. Have you ever seen me use a bolt action rifle?
Honestly, yes.
Effectively?
Okay, no, not effectively, but I have seen you use one.
Yeah, not effectively because they're fucking slow.
But again, okay, here's the thing. We play hardcore on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And okay, back in the heyday of Modern Warfare 1 and 2, you had some really good fucking sniper maps.
Yeah, oh yeah. Wasteland?
Oh yeah, Wasteland was a fucking fantastic one.
Yeah, well, but see, there's still like in Call of, I hate the snipers in Call of Duty. Fucking hate it. Like, man, like, I'm here. Like, I get that you're living out some kind of fucking fantasy over there with your little fake ass ghillie suit, goddamn hard scoping the fuck out of me. It's a video game, man. Get a fucking AR or an SMG and run the fuck around, get shot, come back and do it again.
And if you're one of these motherfuckers who will get on a map like Shipment and just spam the goddamn map with rocket launchers, you're a bitch. Come fight me.
Yeah, we don't like you. Although I did fucking go off that map.
Yeah, you did.
I went smooth the fuck off that map. Which, by the way, you missed it. I went smooth the fuck off in the Cold War beta, too. I dropped a 30 bomb on some motherfuckers in the beta.
And that's the thing about it. I'm pleased with the beta, how it's turned out and everything. However, pause for effect. I don't like core.
No, I don't either.
I don't like having to dump half a mag into somebody to fucking kill them.
It's not realistic.
It's not.
At all. Like, I could get, 4 or 5 shots. Because some people are hard to put down. They just fucking are. But if I have to dump 15 into you to put you down, I am either not shooting you where you need to be shot to be put down, or my gun fucking sucks. Like, I'm shooting some bullshit. Like, I'm shooting at you with 22 LR.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, like you, I'm probably done playing the beta for now, and I'm going to wait for the alpha to come out. And
No, the alpha came first. It was the alpha, then the beta. You mean the actual launch?
Yeah, you know what I meant.
He's almost a gamer, folks. We're getting there.
You know what I meant. I'm not. I play recreationally.
Yeah, because every time I turn on my PlayStation, you're on.
Well, most of the time I'm on, and I'm not actually on.
Except for when you are. Like, I turned on my PlayStation today and was just going to, fuck around for a minute while Connor was down at my mom's house, and you were online playing games. I was like, well, fuck it. Let's play some Call of Duty.
What game did it say I was playing?
PGA. You were golfing.
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't actually golfing.
Were you watching the computer golf?
No, I had gone into the game and was actually going to start making doing my own course creation thing on there, and I was just like, fuck it, whatever.
It happens.
I wound up getting sucked into YouTube land on my phone.
Which, by the way, this intro has gone long as shit.
It sure as fuck has. Before we go any further, like we always do at the start of every show, we want to give a big shout out to the troops, to the men and women serving overseas and on the home front. We appreciate everything y'all are doing for us. Keep up the good work. Come home safe. We're all rooting for you here back home.
You thought we forgot about you, didn't we? We didn't.
No, we can never forget the troops, man.
We don't forget about y'all.
No, not at all.
We're trying to get you to come back home and party with us.
Fuck yeah. Hey, absolutely. If you're listening to the show right now and you're getting ready to rotate back, if you find yourself at the corner of Bumfucked and you got a Purdy Mouth, Alabama, look us up and we'll go have a beer together.
Yeah, we'll buy you a beer, but just one because, okay. If you're a Marine, you only get one. Because drunk Marines
Yeah.
tend to fight.
Well, it's not that drunk Marines tend to fight. It's drunk Marines tend to do stupid shit.
Yes. Now,
Sometimes fighting is involved. Sometimes property gets stolen.
Yeah, see, anybody, any other branch, you might get more than one, but Marines only get the one. You got a one drink limit. That's what you get. Okay, you get a one drink limit that I'm going to be responsible for, because I don't need the cops showing up and going, all right, who was plying these assholes with liquor? Not me.
Navy, same goes for y'all, because I know y'all fucking like to drink and do stupid shit too. Because you think you got to be Marines.
Well, I mean, they do have the SEALs, so.
Okay, and?
I'm just saying, like, SEALs are some bad motherfuckers.
Okay, and?
I like SEALs, man. They're dope. They're dope as fuck.
Okay, and?
Like that. Like, if I could have actually joined the military and not been a bitch about it and been like, oh, I'm not going to go because the buddy program that I was going to do fucked me over, I fucking would have tried to go be a Navy SEAL.
You know, every time I hear Navy SEAL now, my mind automatically snaps to the fucking Navy recruiter from American Sniper.
Oh, yeah.
Who straight up went fucking car salesman on Chris Kyle in the movie. I'm pretty sure that's not actually how it went in real life. Then again, it may have. I don't know.
Dude, probably.
But I mean, just the way he did it, you know, yeah, you're an American, you're pissed off. I get it. But, you know, this probably isn't for you. Yeah, I understand. You know, you probably want... And, you know, he's talking to him. Yeah, you know, this probably isn't for you. No, motherfucker. Listen, I can do this.
I talked to several recruiters in my day. They are pretty much car salesmen. Like,
They are.
Every one of you. You know who you are. I'm not telling anybody, especially the people that have actually joined the military. You fucking know.
Oh, yeah.
You got told that, oh, yeah. You're going to get this. You're going to get, oh, yeah, you can totally pick your duty station. You can do this. You can do this. And then you sign the dotted line. They're like, all right, your ass belongs to me. You're getting not this. You're not getting this. You're not getting this. And this is where you're going. Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you car salesman.
I mean, it's okay. They're like the buddy program, for example.
Yeah, that one almost bit me in the ass.
I've known guys who, you know, they went in on the buddy program. They went to boot camp together as per the buddy program. Only problem is, in order for the buddy program to be really effective, you really got to pick the same job.
Well, see, that was the plan. My buddy Kurt, we were going to pick the same job. We were going to go Navy, buddy program. We were going to try to go to BUD/S, do SEAL teams. And he decided that he did not want to join the Navy. He wanted to join the Army. And I was like, well, I don't want to join the Army. I want to try my hand at the SEAL team stuff. And then I was like... And the whole point of me going was to laugh at him while he was getting fucked up, so he could laugh at me while I was getting fucked up. That way, maybe we would both make it. Because if you can't fucking... I feel like BUD/S training is one of those things where if you have somebody you can fuck with while you're getting fucked with, it makes shit easier.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Kind of like if you had, like, let's say that I had joined the Marines with you, and we'd have been going through, like, boot camp together. You
and I would have spent a lot of time on the quarterdeck.
Yeah, but you know what? It would have made boot camp that much more enjoyable because I'd be like, you son of a bitch, this is your fault. I'm doing push-ups because you're a dickhead.
And, I mean, that door would have swung both ways.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It would have made it just a little bit more enjoyable.
And, I mean, that was the thing about it. There were guys in my platoon in boot camp who were there on the buddy program. And drill instructors found out about it. Well, guess what? One of you fucks up, you're both going up there.
Yeah. And you know what? That's the way it should be. You set yourself up for that, so.
Exactly. But like I said, for the buddy program, you really got to pick the same job in order for it to be really effective. It's not always a guarantee that you'll go to boot camp, you'll go to SOI or MCT, whatever it is you're doing, and then after that, if it's MCT, you might go through training at your schoolhouse together. But then after that, there's no guarantee that you're going to end up getting stationed at the same unit together.
Yeah, it probably won't happen.
You know, the simple fact that my friend Lewis and I got stationed together at the same unit, I mean, it was just sheer luck of the fucking draw.
Well, isn't it like one of those things where, like, units have specific needs? Like, let's say you're both mortarmen and a unit only needs one mortarman. They're not going to take two mortarmen because you're on the buddy program. They're going to go, well, we need one of you.
Exactly.
So you're coming with us, you're going with them.
Yeah, and I was an infantry Marine. He was an NBC Marine, or Seaburn, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. I don't know.
I don't keep up with Marine Corps lingo anymore.
At the time I was in, it was NBC. I think they call it Seaburn now. But anyways, he was an NBC Marine, and like I said, it was just luck of the draw. It was like 4 months after I'd already been at LAR that he got stationed at LAR.
And you're like, holy shit, I know you.
I did, yeah, literally. Like I was in the process of getting my Humvee license, and
did you ever find the keys?
No, never found the keys.
Damn,
bastards!
They're still lost.
The keys are always lost to the Humvee.
Oh well.
But I did find the blinker fluid.
Hell yeah!
I did find the blinker and the elbow grease.
That is good to know.
Yeah, so that's because we actually had we had a bottle of water that was marked blinker fluid, and we had a can of used oil that was marked elbow grease.
There you go. You just rub a little bit on your elbow. So you can get,
exactly.
So you can get to the torque specs.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I know how this shit works.
But yeah, I was walking back from the ramp down at the motor pool, and was going back to my room for the day, and I see new joins walking around checking in, and I'm going, ooh, new guys to fuck with. I'm going to send one of them to go find the Humvee keys.
As you were wanting to do.
And then I saw one of them, and I walked past, and I had to do a double take, and I was like, wait, Boaz! We called him Boaz because during when we were in the DEP program, he always wore this Boaz football T-shirt to all the workouts.
Yeah. Probably played football at Boaz.
He probably did. But we called him Boaz, and I was like, Boaz! And he turns around and I said, holy shit, it's Boaz!
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah, that was how we wound up getting stationed together.
Small world.
The Marine Corps is a very small place. Absolutely.
Yeah, chances are if you piss off a sergeant, you're going to see him again.
Funny story about that.
Happened, huh?
I did have a platoon sergeant who, I was a Lance Corporal. Me and another friend of mine in the platoon, we were both Lance Corporals, and we were both pretty close to picking up Corporal. But he did not like either one of us. So he calls us for a little one-on-one, as in him talking to the two of us.
Yeah, well, knife handing the two of you.
Yeah, knife handing was still a thing, so that was happening. And he looks at me and he goes, Sanders, do you think you're ready to be a corporal? Yes, Sergeant. And he slams his hand down on the desk and he goes, you're fucking high!
Not since the day before boot camp.
So he wound up leaving and going to another unit, and I'd heard he got promoted to staff sergeant. Well, it was my second deployment in Iraq, and I was rotating back home. His unit was just coming in, and I'd heard he was in country. We were both on Al-Assad at the same time, so I actually went out of my way to track him down. And came across him right in front of if anybody out there listening has ever been to Al-Assad, they know where I'm talking about, the Burger King, Pizza Hut, Subway.
Yeah, I feel like those stick out pretty well.
I mean...
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
I run into him there, and I'm talking to him, and he sees my corporal chevrons. And... he was not wearing he didn't have a rocker on his shit. He'd been busted from staff sergeant to sergeant.
Ooh.
You've got to fuck up pretty damn bad to get busted from staff back down to sergeant.
Yeah, he probably killed a guy.
No. Didn't kill a guy. I never found out what he did. But he sees my corporal chevron and he points it out and he says, oh, I guess someone forgot to put in their non-rec on you, huh? And then I looked at his collar and I saw his sergeant chevron. I was like, yeah, it's probably the same guy that thought you weren't ready to be a staff sergeant yet.
Ooh, we can say burn. Good thing you were going home.
Yeah.
If you were hanging out for another couple months, you'd have been
I might have been diving on a hand grenade.
Yeah. Someone's thinking to have them in a training accident.
Oh, man. But yeah, that was, they're out there. They
Yeah.
are out there. Those asshole sergeants, they're out there.
Yeah. And we promise we might even have a show for you guys.
We might.
Who knows?
We might even dedicate this. You know what? I'm going to. I'm dedicating this show to all the asshole sergeants out there. Because sergeants are the backbone of the Marine Corps.
Yeah. And you got a tough job, so you got to be an asshole. That's what I'm going with.
Exactly.
It's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, man. But into the news. There's been quite a bit happening here lately.
Yeah.
We've touched on it, but now we're actually going to get into it a little bit more. Cuties, Netflix, the film on Netflix, Cuties. A Texas grand jury has indicted Netflix on multiple charges stemming around child pornography and a bunch of other things. Let me get the article pulled up here, and we'll go over. While I'm pulling it up, I found this out today. The attorney from Texas, who I think he's in Tyler County,
No.
maybe. But anyways, the attorney who's heading this grand jury investigation is also an actor.
Truth.
He played, most notably, the character Spider in the movie School of Rock. For those of you who have seen the movie and can't place him, he was Jack Black's replacement in the band.
No vacancy.
Yes. And now he's heading up a fucking grand jury.
Hey, I mean, you got to do something after the music career dies and the acting career. I don't think he ever actually had a music career, though.
No, he's a actor, model, and attorney.
What a weird resume.
I know, right?
Like, holy shit. I mean, it's like right up there with Matthew McConaughey. He's an actor, probably was a model at some point, and now a college professor. Yeah, he teaches classes at fucking UT.
Well, you said Matthew McConaughey. Before he was an actor, he was actually an attorney.
What the fuck?
That's why the movies where he plays an attorney, he does such a convincing job playing an attorney because he knows what the fuck to do.
Yeah, so he was an attorney, then he was an actor. He was probably a model at some point, and now he's a fucking college professor. Interesting.
Yeah. Like,
He took several pay cuts. like, who is a lawyer, then becomes an actor, and then goes, I think I could try my hand at teaching. You just took a pay cut. Like, holy shit, pay cut. Because college professors do not make what actors make.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it really all depends on how good of an actor you were and the school you're teaching at, really.
Well, I mean, Matthew McConaughey isn't, like, the best actor in the world, but he's by far not the worst.
Well, I mean, if he's playing an attorney, he's a pretty damn good actor.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'm getting this article pulled up here. It's the one that I sent you earlier. Did you read over it?
Ish. I skimmed it. I was researching something else.
So this is an article from Slate.com, and I'm going to call it an op-ed because that's pretty much what it is. Written by Mr. Mike Godwin. And the headline of this says, Texas grand jury indicts Netflix over cuties, doesn't understand First Amendment.
Except anyone that knows what the First Amendment means does.
So he goes on, he starts it off this way. When I was finishing up law school in 1990 at the University of Texas, there was nothing I wanted more than to clerk for Judge Marvin Odell Teague. As a member of the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, Teague produced more than 1,000 of the best-written, funniest opinions I've ever read. His barbed dissents had the flash of the late Justice Antonin Scalia's Scalia. Sorry.
I was fixing to come in hot.
Yeah, Scalia. I was reading faster than words were coming out.
Yeah, it happens.
Today we witness the bastard child that 2 judges of this court gave birth to in Woodward v. State 668 SW 2D 337. Reaching puberty, he remarked in one 1984 case, "It will be most interesting to see what the bastard child looks like when it reaches full manhood." He was dissenting in that case, he explained, because I am unable to agree that this court should buy the damaged and unrepairable merchandise the state is selling in this cause, namely appellant's confession, which is to say Teague was more spiritually generous than Scalia and most always more pro-defendant. I won an interview with him, which was vastly entertaining in itself, but didn't get the spot. He died less than a year later at the far too young age of 57. So, moving forward, this case reminds me of Teague because it certainly would have tickled his funny bone. More importantly, had the Cuties case somehow magically reached his court, he would have pointed out that the key constitutional distinctions among federal obscenity law, federal child pornography law, and Texas's localized attempt at a child pornography statute had been settled for years. He would almost certainly have concluded it should be dismissed. That's because the legal reasoning behind this indictment is so tenuous that even in today's Texas, the Cuties prosecution is likely to be dismissed.
Guess we'll see.
Well, he goes on to say, to understand why, let's start with a quick lesson on the First Amendment and obscenity. Through much of the 20th century, there was little coherent First Amendment theory to explain why it was appropriate to criminalize the possession, creation, or sale of obscene content. These days, we think of obscene as meaning something like pornographic, intended to be arousing, but comedian Lenny Bruce, among others, was prosecuted for his sexually frank and profane language in his stand-up performances. Yet while Bruce's jokes may have offended many people, they weren't pornographic. There's no doubt at all that Bruce's work would be understood by all First Amendment lawyers today as entirely constitutionally protected. He goes on and on, just citing more references, and then he gets to Supreme Court decision of Miller versus California, 1973. In Miller, the Supreme Court outlined a 3-part test for what kind of expressive work qualifies as prosecutable obscenity. 1. Would the average person, applying contemporary, quote, community standards, find that the work taken as a whole appeals to the prurient interest? The last term is code for unhealthy sexual arousal. Prurient comes from the Latin word for itch.
Interesting.
Number 2. Does the work present, quote, in a patently offensive way, any sexual or excretory behavior that is specifically defined as potentially obscene by applicable state law? And 3rd, does the work, taken as a whole, lack any serious artistic, literary, social, or scientific value?
Uh-huh.
If the answer to all 3 is yes, then it can be classified as obscenity, a category of content that's expressly not protected by the First Amendment or other free expression protections. And then he goes on after the Miller case talking about stand-up comedians again and how it opened the door for comedians like George Carlin and Dave Chappelle, Sarah Silverman, Amy Schumer, blah, 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 blah. But the fact of the matter is the film Cuties. I still have not seen the film. I will not watch the film. Have you seen the film, Matt?
No. Hell no.
I mean, at this point, it almost seems like anybody who would actively go searching to find the film to watch it, it might almost be a bait by law enforcement.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing about it. Okay. You ever been in a casting call?
No.
Okay. Neither have I, but I know people have been a part of casting calls and stuff like that. When you go in, you're going to read a part.
Yes.
That's how that works. Well, for this particular movie, from everything I've read, part of the casting call was to have little girls come in and do the dances. That was part of the casting call. And what do people do when they are casting someone? They record the video of what's going on in the casting session so they can take it back, analyze it later, and figure out who would be best for the part, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now, let's think about it this way. Let's say you are a cop, and you bust into somebody's house, and you find hundreds of hours of little girls twerking in, let's call it scantily clad clothing.
Right.
Short shorts and crop tops. Are you going to look at that and go, oh, well, that's okay. That's totally fine. 100 plus hours of little girls dancing provocatively.
No.
No, you're probably not. And I think that, damn the movie. Let's look at the casting here. They had hundreds of little girls come in and do these dances. They settled on, I don't know how many girls are in the film. Like, I don't know.
7, I think.
7, 8, I don't know. I don't know how many girls are actually in that dance group. But of the 7 or 8, they had hundreds more come in and audition. So there are hours of tapes of this happening. How is that not a problem? Like, would you want your daughter doing that? I wouldn't. Not even for a paycheck. Not at the age of 11.
No.
18, 19, your body, do what you want.
And like we've pointed out on the show before, there was a IMDb description page, a parental warning that has since been changed, that said, parental warning, during one of the many highly sexualized and erotic dance scenes that purposefully exploit and objectify numerous scantily clad underage girls, one of the female child dancers lifts up her crop top to fully display her bare breast. This is lawfully defined as pedophilia and can be extremely distressing to many viewers. Trigger warning. An 11-year-old girl watches a female rap music video where naked women roleplay through dance both heterosexual and lesbian sex acts. An 11-year-old female dance group then mimics these sexual moves via on themselves and on each other while the camera zooms in on their sexual body parts as they erotically writher. This can be highly distressing to many viewers. Female breast nudity of a minor during an erotic dance scene and lengthy and excessive close-up shots of breasts, bums, and spread crotches of scantily clad 11-year-old girls during numerous sexualized dance routines. A pair of tight leather pants on an 11-year-old girl are forcefully pulled down in the midst of a scuffle. The camera glances at her panty-exposed bum. That was the Internet Archive page from IMDb, which was since changed to, the movie consists of 11-year-old girls dancing very suggestively. An adult dancer shows her breast at the end of a dance video that 2 children characters are watching on a phone. A girl watches a female rap music video where naked women roleplay through dance. A pair of tight leather pants on an 11-year-old girl are forcefully pulled down in the midst of a scuffle. The camera glances at her panty-exposed bum. That part is still there.
Interesting.
So, whether now I've seen multiple instances on both sides where it says, yes, there is underage female breast nudity. I've seen some that say there isn't. The fact of the matter remains, the film is sexualizing underage girls.
Yeah, there's no way around that one. There's really not. Which, I mean, like I said, I haven't watched the film. I know some people that have, and the people that have watched the film have said, it's not what you think it is. I don't care. I don't care if it's not what I think it is. I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to watch 11-year-olds twerk. Sorry. I don't want to watch a fucking 25-year-old twerk. I think it's the dumbest fucking thing on the planet.
First and foremost, having worked in a bar, out of 100 women that come through the door of that bar, and I'm using this bar in particular, out of the 100 women that come through that door, maybe 20 of them actually know how to twerk.
Yeah, I still don't want to see grown ass women do that shit.
I don't either. It's a stupid dance. I don't get the concept of it. Okay, you can shake your ass. Good for you.
I mean, it's no different than when we were in high school, and grinding was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that shit either.
No.
Like, I'm not saying it didn't happen to me. I was an unwilling participant. You wander out on the dance floor.
No. Unwilling participant is when you're standing against the wall by the punch bowl and someone comes up and starts grinding on you.
Basically was. Maybe not the punch bowl, but...
No, it was by the punch bowl because I know what we were trying to do.
Yeah. But, I was very much an unwilling participant in this, and I was just like, this is fucking stupid. Like, I'm okay with dancing. I like to dance. That's cool. I'm okay with it. But even then, even as a teenager, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, come on. Like, you're especially with the people that were doing it, I'm like, you're simulating sexual acts that I know for a fact you've never done and wouldn't know how to do at this current time. So, fucking quit.
Please.
Like, it's annoying and it's stupid and I don't want to do this. And my head hurts, and I need a Tylenol, and I got a headache. Anything to get me out of that situation.
Yeah, no, I'm not into the whole bump and grind, twerking, dance scene shit. Maybe it's because I'm too white. I don't know. And I'm not saying that as a race thing. I'm just saying, it's what we were talking about before the show with the drumline thing. You and I are both drummers, got all the rhythm in the fucking world, but I can't dance for shit.
I mean, I can actually dance, so...
I mean, I can't. I can slow dance.
It's just one of those skills that I was like, this might serve me later in life. I'm going to learn... You know what? Never once have I gotten in a dance battle. That shit did not help me at all. I've been in fist fights. Like... A lot of fucking fist fights.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking martial arts training paid off fucking dividends. But fucking dancing? Nah, not once. No one's ever come out and been like, come on, bro. Let's fucking dance about it. I wish they would.
I wish they would, too, because I'd break out the Thriller dance.
Oh, God. No, never. No, never.
I would do it. Because, that's an automatic win.
I don't say it's an automatic win. There wasn't a whole lot of flashy dancing going on there.
That's an automatic. You break out in the Thriller dance. Other people are going to start joining in with you. It's an impromptu flash mob. That's an automatic win.
I don't think there are enough people alive today that actually know the Thriller dance.
I know the Thriller dance.
I'm not. You also know how to moonwalk.
Yes, I do.
So that's a thing.
I liked Michael Jackson's music as a kid.
I obviously.
But I digress. Yeah. Plain and simple. Cuties sexualizes underage girls. Plain and simple. I'm not going to watch the film to find out if it does actually show nudity of a minor of any sort.
Well,
because first and foremost, the film can be edited.
Well, I actually watched a YouTube video of somebody that was watching the Cuties film.
Right.
And she was reacting to the film. Like, you couldn't see the film. You could just see her reaction to the film.
Right.
And she was watching it, and she was like, oh, those were boobies. I hope those were... She's like, but that was adult boobies. And she kind of scrolled past for a second. She goes, wait a minute. And she backed it up, and she goes, oh, no, those are definitely not adult boobies. And I was like, okay, that tells me everything I need to know about this film.
Yeah, like I said, they can go back and edit the film and take that scene out. The fact of the matter remains, it still probably fucking exists. And I'm not going to risk, like I said, at this point, it has turned like the part for the airsoft Glocks that Amazon was selling that would work on an actual Glock that would convert it from semi-auto to full auto. That if you even just went and looked at the fucking page, you were getting a visit from the ATF.
Yeah, I ain't about that life.
Yeah, that's kind of what this seems like right here. And I'm not going to take the risk of that.
Yeah. No, not a fan.
No, not gonna do it. So yeah, I don't know I don't know who the writer of this article was, but maybe somebody might want to keep a watch on him. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough of that shit. I don't want to talk about fucking cuties anymore.
Yeah, we're done with that topic for the rest of forever.
Yes. Like Prince said, till the end of time.
Yeah, done with it.
Done. Stick a fork in it, it's done. Gretchen Whitmer. I know you've been wanting to talk about this one.
They was gonna get her.
They was gonna get her, but someone got them.
They fell into the folly that all groups of that nature fall into. Like, okay, so not saying that militias are bad, because you have a right to be in a militia if you want to. That's your right.
Yes.
But here's my thing: if you're going to be in a militia, maybe vet the people you let in. You should probably do that.
Yeah.
Because some of them could be FBI agents, and then you go to jail. I actually have a story about that, but yeah, close one. But
no. By all means, tell us. I want to hear this.
Okay.
You've not told me this.
Oh, I never told you this?
You never told me this.
Oh, holy shit.
So listeners, I'm hearing it for the first time just like you.
And you can actually, I don't know if I'll try to find it, but I can actually bring the receipts and show you the article that talks about the people whose names that I'm not actually going to say on air, but to prove that I'm not just blowing smoke. It was legit. It happened. So this was like 2010. It was after Obama was elected. Mm-hmm. And everybody was like, oh my God, Obama's going to take our guns and blah, 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 and all this shit. And so everybody was freaking the fuck out. Militias were popping up fucking left and right. And I found this group on fucking Facebook. And it was called like Prepare to Take America Back or something like that. Something along those lines. And I was looking through their shit, and through that site, I found another Facebook group called XXX Minutemen XXX, which sounded a little bit like a porn site. But I was I was curious. I clicked the button. Wouldn't be the first time I saw some weird porn. So I clicked the button, and it was another Facebook page. And it was a national militia, is what they called themselves.
I think you downloaded the wrong X-Men movie.
Yeah, it's happened a time or two. Wrong Scooby-Doo, too. That was not a dog. But, no, so it was like another Facebook page, and it was for a national militia group.
Okay.
And, they were like, we're looking for members. And at that time, I was all gung-ho. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll join a militia. Fuck it. Like, I got nothing better to do on the goddamn weekends. So I joined their Facebook group, and this dude messages me, and he's like, hey, do you want to be an active member or a supporter? And I was like, I'll just be a supporter, because I was reading the requirements. And the requirements are like, you got to have a rifle, you got to have a pistol, you got to have at least 500 rounds of ammo for each. Plate carrier would be awesome, but you don't have to have that. You got to have this kind of camo. I was like, I don't have any of that shit. And I don't have the money to acquire any of that shit. So I'll just be a supporter. He was like, no, man. He's like, you need to be front line. And I was like, fuck it. I guess I'm front line then. Thanks, dick.
All right, combat cameraman.
Yeah, sure. Give me the fucking snare drum. I'll play you in a battle. Fucking, where's the goddamn flag? Give me the flag. So he was like, yeah, So it's a national militia, supposedly. And they had everything broken up into like 4 quadrants across the country. And I was in like the southeastern, which would be like quadrant, I think 3.
Okay.
And so they were like talking shit. They were like, we're going to go do some training exercises in Ohio. And I was like, about that? No, probably not. And they were like, so you're not going to go? I was like, yeah, probably not. No, probably not going to go. They're like, why not? I was like, because here's what I know. There's state militias all over the country. Like the Alabama State Guard is a thing. Like we have that. And if Ohio has any type of state militia, they're not going to take too kindly to people from outside the state just rolling into their borders and doing training exercises.
No.
So I was like, yeah, probably not gonna go with that. And so I find out through the grapevine that the training exercises didn't happen because fucking the Ohio state militia said, if you try to cross into our borders, we are going to meet you at the border and kindly escort your fucking asses the fuck out of our state. And so they completely bitched out and didn't go. And I was like, bitches. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to go. And I didn't go. And so, man, I'm not even done with this fucking story yet. It gets worse. So this motherfucker that was over my region, some kind of like head honcho, messages me. He's like, hey, we're going to do some training up at my house. I live in Rome, pretty close to you. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty close. He's like, you want to come up here and do some training? I was like, dude, I told you I don't have a rifle. And he's like, well, I got a 20 gauge shotgun, 4 in the tube, 1 in the chamber. And I was like, yeah, cool. Who wants the Civil War with that shit?
That's cute. Is your wife going to let you borrow it?
I'm like, if you expect me to fucking be kicking doors in with a fucking 20 gauge, you can kiss my ass. It's not happening.
Schluck. Bang! Ow! That hurt.
I'm like, fuck you. I'm not doing it. So I made up an excuse. I was like, dude, I'm not going to come up there and do that. I was like, I want to train. I want to train self-defense because I'm a big proponent of self-defense.
Right.
I love shooting guns. I like even getting out and training with people because you shoot differently than I do.
Yes.
I shoot differently than you do, so we can bounce ideas off each other and see what's going on.
I also shoot better.
I've been practicing.
I still shoot better.
But, so anyways, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to come up there and fucking run scenarios with a goddamn pump action 20 gauge. So he was like, all right, man, whatever, fine. And so, like, a couple of weeks go by, and he's like, we're going to Washington, D.C. And I was like, you're fucked off your ass if you think I'm going to Washington, D.C. with you dumb motherfuckers. You've been smoking that shit they had in Vietnam if you think that's something I'm going to do. So this motherfucker, I don't hear from him for a couple of months. And then it comes out. Him and 4 other motherfuckers and his little gun group got fucking arrested by the FBI because they were building goddamn bombs in his garage.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, dodged a huge fucking bullet on that one.
Yeah, you definitely sidestepped that landmine.
I was like, yep, we're going to zig on the zag on that one. Get the fuck out of the way. Hashtag juke move. Stiff armed that shit. So, yeah, if not for me being a semi-intelligent individual, I would be doing federal time right now.
Yeah.
So here's a tip, kiddies. If you want to be in a militia, be in a militia. If the guys in your militia with start talking about building bombs, get the fuck out.
Definitely.
If you want to get together and shoot guns, do it. Second Amendment right. Second Amendment don't cover fucking pipe bombs.
No, it really doesn't.
Yeah, so if they start talking about building any kind of fucking explosive device, get the fuck out of there. Because you're going to go to jail.
And you're going to have a bad time.
Because people in militias notoriously do not vet their members well.
Yeah.
And when you don't vet your members well, you get crazy motherfuckers and federal agents. And the federal agents is going to tell the crazy motherfucker, yeah, we'd love to do that. Keep doing that. Yeah, let's do that. And then everybody starts doing it, and now everybody's in jail.
Yep.
So that's my crazy militia story. So back to Gretchen Whitmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. They fucked that up.
So far, 13 people, I think, have been arrested, I think is what it said.
Yeah, 13 so far.
Yeah.
2 Marines. Two Marines.
2 of them are former Marines. And I have this article pulled up here on CNN. This was released earlier this evening. 2 of those charged in the alleged domestic terrorism plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer are former Marines. Military records also confirm that Joseph Morrison and Daniel Harris served in the Corps.
Hey, we know a Daniel Harris.
Yeah, but he never served in the Corps.
I know, but I'm just saying we know a Daniel Harris.
Morrison, 26, continued to serve with the reserve forces until last week. His exit from the reserves is unrelated to the events in Michigan.
Yeah, you would say that.
You better hope and pray to God your ass was not on terminal leave, buddy.
Yeah.
because you can kiss that honorable goodbye.
You better hope you got that fucking honorable stamp before last week.
We are aware of the circumstances surrounding the two individuals and will assist the investigating authorities in any way we can, a statement from the Marine Corps said. The serious allegations are not a reflection of the Marine Corps and do not reflect the oath every Marine takes to support and defend the Constitution and do not align with our core values of honor, courage, and commitment.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. But my thing about it is the false framing. They wanted to say that this was a right-leaning group.
Yes.
And then the right wants to say it's a left-leaning group.
When, in all actuality, it was a mixture of the two.
It really was. You had some people. You had one guy that was, he literally when he did a video talking about the things he wanted to do. There was an anarchy sign. There was an anarchy flag hanging in his living room, right behind him. He was talking about how he didn't like Trump and how he didn't like cops. Who does that sound like?
An anarchist?
It sounds like fucking Antifa to me.
Yeah.
But then you got these other guys that were more right-leaning that were pissed off about Gretchen Whitmer's unconstitutional lockdown orders. Who does that sound like?
Yeah.
Every conservative ever. So you really had a fucking melting pot of two different factions coming together, and they tried to label it all Boogaloo Boys, which wasn't the thing. It wasn't a thing. They weren't Boog Boys. They were a bunch of fucking people that apparently don't know shit about OPSEC at all, or vetting at all, and apparently couldn't fucking find a way to pull off their mission without getting just fucking grabbed up before the mission even, I would have more respect if they would have got caught trying to do it. I would respect you more because at least you tried. You didn't try well. You failed, but you tried. If you get caught in the planning stages, that just means that the people that were planted in that group are like, oh my God, this is your fucking plan. And then he calls the superiors. We can't let them go through with this. They're going to get us killed. Come on, can we just get them now? We got enough evidence. Just let us fucking. I'll put the cuffs on them myself.
So it goes on to say Morrison joined the reserves in March 2015, earning the rank of Lance Corporal, and last served as an equipment mechanic with an engineer support company in Battle Creek, Michigan. He counts the National Defense Service Medal among his honors. Yay, he got the Firewatch ribbon.
Yeah. Don't be impressed, buddy. I rate that one.
Harris, 23, was a rifleman with the Marine Corps from June 2015 to June 2019 and achieved the rank of corporal.
Yeah, he got the good shit, though.
A rifleman, he last served at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and counted numerous medals among his honors, including the Good Conduct Medal. Yay, he got the good cookie.
Him's a good boy.
No. Let me tell you what the Good Conduct Medal is. It's not that you were a good boy, you were just good at not getting caught.
Do you at least get patted on the head and your tummy rubbed when they hand it to you?
No.
Damn it. Don't even call it the Good Conduct Medal then. Just call it the You Didn't Let Us Catch You Fucking Up Medal.
Exactly. The Humanitarian Service Medal, the Firewatch Ribbon, and the GWAT Service Medal.
There you go.
So...
he was a bit more active in his Marine Corps career.
I mean, let's see here. Good Conduct Medal... Either don't fuck up or don't get caught fucking up for 3 years.
I can do that.
Or 4 years. Is it 3 or 4 years? I can't remember.
Fuck, I don't know. I wasn't a Marine.
It's been a minute. It's either 3 or 4 years. Yeah. Don't get caught fucking up. And that's a gimme award.
Firewatch ribbon, just make it through boot camp.
National Defense Service Medal, another gimme award.
Just survive.
And the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, another gimme award.
Yeah, but I mean, he got him. He got to put him on his fucking little thing. Yeah, nice little. He had a little baby stack going.
I mean, they've mentioned 4 medals on here, and 2 of them are automatic.
Yeah, damn little baby stack going. I mean, let the man have his baby stack.
I mean, not a chesty puller by any means.
No, hell no. But I mean, come on, he was working his way up. I think he was done.
Yeah. So, like I said, 13 people have been charged so far. And it says the alleged scheme included plans to overthrow several state governments that the suspects, quote, believe are violating the U.S. Constitution. So some of these guys are taking that oath to support and defend the Constitution just a bit too far.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that. I mean, all right, let's be realistic here. If there was a indeed 100% clear and present danger to the U.S. Constitution, you're fucking right. I would be up in a heartbeat because I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. In this particular case, though, not so much.
Here's the thing. Let's look at what happened. She passed unconstitutional edict in her state. The state Supreme Court said, hey, dumbass, this is unconstitutional. You can't do that. And she was like, well, shucks. But she had a 21-day grace period to appeal. So she's like, or she had a 21-day grace period to either appeal or rescind her orders. So I think what she was doing was she was like, fuck it, I'm going to keep it in place for 21 days. And at the 11th hour of the 21st day, she was going to repeal it. Instead of like, she was...
I just got the word. We're running out of time. We're going to have to leave it there. We're going to continue this show on Anchor.fm. Don't forget, you can also look us up on Facebook at Two Beards Talking. Like us, follow us, interact with us. Let us know what you think. If you want to hear the rest of this show, you can also look us up on Anchor.fm, or we're also on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts. Look through your major streaming service and type in Two Beards Talking. Chances are you'll probably find us. Again, a big shout out to the troops, to the men and women serving overseas and on the home front. We appreciate everything y'all are doing for us. Keep up the good work. Come home safe. We're all rooting for you here back home. This has been Two Beards Talking right here on Armed Radio. I'm Daniel Sanders.
And I am Gunnery Sergeant Tom Highway, a.k.a. Matt Lassiter.
Thanks for listening, everybody.